ADCB presents Top Guns in association with Audi. If I keep this oath faithfully, may I enjoy my life and practice my art, respected by all men and in all times. But if I swerve from it or violate it, may the reverse be my lot. So goes the ending of the oath of Hippocrates. These fortunate youngsters are doctors today. They go out into the world to practice their professions, to serve humanity in the different parts of the world which are their homes. They are graduating from the Gulf Medical University in Ajman, UAE. And today's Top Gun is the man who founded this institution, Moideen Thumbay.
ما في شك اليوم بهذه المناسبة الطيبة على مرور دولة 40 سنة على قيام دولة الإمارات العربية، وبهذا اليوم تخريج طلبة من بناتنا وأولادنا، ونتمنى لهم التوفيق، ونشكر رئيس الجامعة والدكاترة والأساتذة اللي قايمين على الجامعة، نتمنى لهم التوفيق. ونشكر بهذه المناسبة الشيخ نهيان حضوره وتشجيعه لهذه الجامعة الكلية الطبية، ونتمنى لهم التوفيق إن شاء الله. شكرا.
Born in a well-to-do business family from a very early age, Moideen Thumbay knew that he wanted to make his own mark in the world. He had business in his veins and knew how to recognize an opportunity when he saw one and convert it into an enterprise. Welcome to the show. So let's start with your early years of childhood. Where were you born? Your early years, where did you spend them?
I come from a small town called Mangalore in the south of India. It's a coastal town. I was born into a business family, third generation in the family of business. I went to a school called Aloysius and I graduated from the Aloysius College. Joined my father's business when I was 21. Our core business used to be timber. So we used to cut forests, and then we had factories, sawmills and blockboard, plywood factories, converting them into plywood and blockboards. I also started importing timber from Singapore, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea. So we are doing very large businesses, shiploads of timber coming from every part of the world. So I had the opportunity to travel.
At such a young age too, at 21, when you started the business.
Yeah, around
right?
that age. Yeah, I was lucky in many ways, So we were having a sawmill in Nigeria. We were doing logging in Tanzania. We were doing logging in Malaysia. I had a base in Australia, in Brisbane.
So for how many years were you totally in the family business?
From 20 till 39 years, I was with my father's business. Apart from timber, I used to do real estate also. We used to develop our own properties in Mangalore, in Bangalore. In the year 1992, I came to Dubai, doing some business in Dubai. And we found this is a beautiful place.
So why did you think of this place from 92? What brought you the idea of Dubai?
We were in Dubai. We had a small base in Dubai. We were looking at opportunities. But when we came to Ajman, we realized land was very cheap. Everything was cheap. And the government was approachable. You could walk into a sheikh's office and talk to him. And so I met the Sheikh of Ajman, His Highness Sheikh Humaid bin Rashid, the ruler of Ajman. I started doing some business with the sheikhs. They had lots of apartments in Ajman. I think they had some 5,000 apartments those days. So they gave me a few buildings to manage it. So I used to rent out the whole building and then release it like the other real estate people here. And I had a good relationship with them. I used to do well. Then when they knew my background, once I met His Highness in the year 97. And we started talking and he asked me about my background, where do you come from? And I told him my family is into many businesses, including a medical school and education. He asked me, why don't you start a medical school? So I thought this was a God-sent opportunity.
That's lovely because for a sheikh to support you, come up with the idea and support you at the same time.
Exactly. So I came back with some consultants. We did some research in this country. And we thought this was a good place for a medical school. But we needed support from the government in 3 areas. Like one, we needed a license to start a medical school. Because those days there were no private players in the higher education. I needed land, 25 acres of land to build a medical school campus. And I needed a hospital to train the students during the clinical training days. The Sheikh was very supportive. For the license, he made it very simple. He made a decree.
As simple as that, he just made a decree.
He is the ruler of the country, you know, so the ministers have to follow what he does. So we came into existence with the decree.
The campus of the Gulf Medical University is a delightful sight indeed. It is full of positive energy, and the 5 colleges within impart education in 5 different fields of medicine.
He gifted this land to me, but ultimately I bought it from him because I needed to mortgage it to the banks to raise finance. So I purchased it from the Sheikh. But he was very supportive. He gave it to me at a very nominal price. For the hospital, the government hospitals were available for us for training of students, but ultimately we built our own hospital also.
The Gulf Medical Hospital building was earlier a souk or marketplace and was converted into a hospital in a span of 4 months. It is probably the only private healthcare provider in the UAE catering to the medical needs of the middle-class people as well.
There are enough number of occasions wherein people have walked in with acute heart attack, not having a penny in their pocket. Immediately, his wife, Madam Zahra, comes in and says, "Doctor, we have created a fund for whoever is stuck for want of money for treatment, don't worry about it."
We have many hospitals. We have one in Ajman, one in Fujairah, one in Sharjah, a clinic in Dubai, and a new hospital coming up in Dubai. And there's one more hospital coming up in Ajman. Dubai one will be opened in February of 2012. The Ajman one in 18 months from now, maybe 2013, September or so, yeah. I think with this we'll be the largest healthcare provider in the private sector in the country. We'll have 650 beds. I don't think any healthcare provider in this country in the private sector has.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Did you always have this vision to be the biggest healthcare provider back in '98 when you just first formed?
Frankly, the hospital was never in our plans, you know, because the Sheikh had assured us the government hospital is available. But we realized it's better to be independent and have our own hospitals. And we got into we took many risks that way. In a way, we have been trendsetters in many ways. We have been very unique in many ways. There was no players in medical education in the country then. There was no institution with both boys and girls studying in an institution. It was not allowed those days. We got students from almost 57 countries. Apart from that, the faculty, initially they were all Indians because we are Indians. Right now we have faculty from 22 countries. And the hospital which we started again, we are catering to the middle class because it's a teaching hospital. What teaching hospital means, the doctors are qualified doctors, they are professors, they are doing 2 jobs. They're teaching and as well as treating. You know, these students come to either become a doctor or a dentist or a pharmacist or a physiotherapist. You know, we have many colleges, many opportunities in the medical education. So they graduate from this country. It's a good college. We maintain good standards, accredited. Any student graduating from this college can go anywhere in the world and either continue his studies or work in his own country of origin. The good thing about this college is it's a campus, you know. There are many other schools I will not like to mention, but we have a whole campus. So students have a library.
Yeah, so that because you've got everything in here. It's a whole lifestyle in here.
They have accommodation. So we take good care of them and they're happy, you know.
So what's a typical day like for you when you come to the university here? Because there are so many things going on over here. You have so many operations.
The initial days I used to be involved in the college because I used to go and support them. There were many issues. You know, we struggled for about 3 or 4 years because it's not easy to establish a... Right now, I'm not really involved in the college. We have other businesses now. We are diversified. We have about 1,500 people working right now. With the new 3 hospitals which we'll inaugurate, we should be having about 3,000 people working. And 500 of them are doctors managing all this. You know, it's not that easy, but we're enjoying it, you know, all of us. We have a good team. God has been kind to us.
In conversation with Thumbay Moideen, we'll be back right after this break.
Moideen has our fullest respect, admiration for what he had done for this country and his services, and his most important is a commitment to the quality medical education that he's providing, and we see the fruits of his hard work, his commitment, and he has invested in the people, and that is the best investment for any countries.
The journey so far has been very exciting and very challenging, but the future looks even bigger and brighter. And the value of the group should increase to $2 billion in the next 6 to 7 years. But this is not it. After that, I want my children to take it forward.